Hello, video gamers? Hello, video gamers? Zylus is finishing his potatoes, then we'll be live. What's going on? Wait, what does that mean? Hello? Why did that happen? I thought there was something else going on right now. Oh, no one told Pierre there was no Ben and Harry. Oh, Pierre! Well, I'm the captain now. It's me, your captain now. Welcome. Me and Zylus are gonna play Cupcake. Cupcake? Me and Zylus are gonna play Cupcake? No. Me and Zylus are gonna play Cuphead.
Thanks to arrobas fers-bas 4 format subgift.
Oops. I almost played Big Dick Energy instead of classical music. That's my range. Verkiel? Thanks for the 8 gifted subs. Thank you so much! It will play at some point. Or it won't. Or it skipped it. I think I can do it over here. Replay. There we go. That's not a special one. That's weird. Anyways, thank you very much, Verkiel. Thank you, Tilleron. And then another Yogscast raid. Hello, what's the heck?
Oh, Captain, my Captain, 3 years of years. Now
Welcome.
I am 3 years, Captain.
Thank you, Tilleron, for the 3 years. Nightjar, thanks for the 16 months. Pug Life, thanks for the 14 months. Saffron, thanks for the 2 years. Welcome. Welcome. Double Yog raid. Works for me. Me and Zylus do this every Thursday. We've already defeated Cuphead, spoilers, so we're doing the DLC now. So that's what we're up to. Zoof, thanks for the 31 months. I'll give you also, while you Yogi folks, people, fellows, I couldn't decide. While you Yogi folks are here, Mondays, Scream Queens, we're adding a new member to me and G. It will be Boof. And the game we're going to play on Monday is going to be, we're going to start The Forest, since the second one comes out soon. So there's some poggies for you. Is the series on YouTube? Yes, it is on YouTube for you to catch up with. So Boop will be joining. It'll be me, G, and Boop, 5 p.m. on Mondays. And we're going to start The Forest, which I think will be very funny. And I kind of hope that we start a cult, a girly cult on an island with leg boys. With leggy boys. So, once Zylus is finished with his potatoes, which might be soon, I'll check on him. Potato boy? Are you a potato still? Would you like to say hello to the people? Okay, I'll make it so you can say hi to the people.
Bob's pardonné preciat chapardonneur.
You may say hi to the people now,
You may
Zylus.
say hi to the people as well. Hi.
Hello, people.
Hi, people. Oh my
Hello.
god. Oh my god.
Good afternoon. I didn't mess it up this time.
It is an afternoon. Yes.
Thanks, Libodo.
Oh,
Afternoon.
how we doing?
I feel like I need a massage.
Right.
I need a massage because I keep sleeping on my neck funny. And then this morning I moved and I felt a pop in my neck. And now I'm hypochondriizing that I'm going to die. So that's where I am today.
Okay, that's not great.
Yeah,
not
that's
ideal.
That's where I am this morning. Is am I going to die because something popped?
Right.
Just a little snap, just a little pop. I imagined it was my little vein in there doing a rupture, and I got very scared.
Oh dear. Right.
I got very scared.
I understand. Yeah, I could do with like a 24-hour nap.
A 24-hour. I think when does a nap turn into a medically recognized coma? How many hours does it have to be? 'Cause 24 hours.
It's a long time. Yeah.
That's not a nap, Zylus.
No.
It's not
just
a nap.
God, I've been so fucking just swamped.
I know what you mean. I'm like every single day I'm doing something, even if it's my quote-unquote day off, and I want like a day where I just don't have to think about existing.
Yeah, like I've not really streamed that much either because I've
Yeah.
just been so overwhelmed with a lot of other things that like.
Yeah,
Oh,
I get you.
hey, here we are.
We're here.
We're here.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
We've got a very relaxing game that we're gonna play today, which will be so
relaxing. I know.
Soon I'm
Can't
gonna
wait
take
to
2 days off on a road
Be
chat.
so relaxed
Thanks,
playing this
Alex.
game.
I don't know if I've ever been more relaxed playing a video game than I am when I play Cuphead.
Really?
Yes.
I'm trying to think if there's a game.
Yes. A more relaxing game?
A more relaxing game than Cuphead. What
Elden
about
Ring.
Elden Ring is pretty relaxing.
Elden Ring's so relaxing.
Played up overtime.
Played up overtime, very relaxing.
Very relaxing. Dota.
Planet Zoo, that one is so relaxing to me.
See, Planet Zoo, I find sounds actually relaxing though.
Alright, I'm going out of character for a moment. Zylus, placing paths and placing objects onto other objects and the restrictions and restraints for me is not relaxing because I want it to do what it's doing in my head, but the limitations of the game do not do it.
Right.
Know what I mean?
I get you.
See you, Verkiel.
I've accepted the squad invite, Disco. Thank you for the
Ooh. Disco, I know that one.
Yeah?
I know that one.
Yeah, no, I sort of get you. I sort of get you.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's like the artistic stuff.
Yeah, I get you. I've been heavily into Path of Exile lately, but I think I'm
Are you burning out
done
soon?
I'm done with the current season.
Okay.
Pretty much. Like a new season is coming in like April, I think.
I'm gonna go look at Zylus real quick on Steam.
No,
Let's
you don't have
see.
to look at that. You don't have to
I'm
look
gonna
at that.
go look at Zylus
You don't
real
have-
quick.
No, you do not have to look at that.
Steam.
You do not have to look at that.
Let's see.
No. You don't need to look at how much I've played PoE in the past few weeks. There's no need to.
See.
No need to. Before you look, I would just say a lot of that is also just being AFK because I'm doing other stuff when the game is still running, okay? I just like...
In the last 2 weeks,
No, you don't
Zylus
need-
has played 110 hours of Path of Exile.
No.
How many hours are in 2 weeks? How many hours in 2 weeks? You've spent a third of the last 2
being
weeks.
AFK.
A third, Zylus. He loves this video game. 669 hours on record. First of all, nice. 85 out of 27 achievements earned. Okay, Zylus.
Gamer, what can I say?
He's gaming.
I'm just a gamer.
He loves that dang Path of Exile. He's doing it. 110
so I
hours is
used
just
to-
looking at the talent tree, says Big Old Meat Pie.
Just think though, like I used to like think that like you know how some people have like 5,000 hours in like Dota.
Yeah.
I'm one of those. Or
How
like
some people.
closer to like 10,000 hours in certain games. And I used to be like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Imagine playing a game for 10,000 hours.
Mhm.
You know? And then like I was watching a PoE streamer the other day,
Mhm.
and they were like they showed their playtime, which was like 12,000 hours, right?
Yeah.
And then they asked their chat, like, how much? Like I must be an outlier here, right? Like how much
Yeah.
game time do you guys have in chat? And they were like, he was low compared to most of the people in his chat. Like
Jeez.
there were people in this chat that had like 25,000 hours in
That
Path
is
of Exile.
a ton.
Multiple people.
My highest game on... So I had a previous Steam account that was more doxy, so I don't use that one anymore. But this one, my highest played game is Final Fantasy XIV, and that's 465 hours. Followed by Gary's mod with 223.
Right.
Yeah.
Gary's mod,
89
I
hours
find
of
as an
plenty.
outlier now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And I think I have well over 1,000 hours in Garry's Mods, but I do not play that game outside of recording.
Yeah.
You know?
But that just shows how much recording you've done too. Yeah.
Like, what is the most? Let me have a look.
MMOs are 50% AFK. It's also me like getting distracted and then doing something else entirely.
Can you check anywhere like where you have a list of like the amount of hours you have in every game?
If you click on your profile and then you click on games, and it should automatically sort by playtime.
All games. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh wow, this is actually kind of impressive.
I'm looking. A good one, I know a good one to look at. Let's see.
I'm actually kind of amazed.
Okay.
So my number one, surprise, surprise,
Mm-hmm.
is Dota 2.
Okay.
5,800 hours.
5,000 hours!
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Let's have a look.
Thank you, Lyrod. Hello, Witty.
Garry's Mod 830.
So that's the difference between the top two.
Yeah, the difference between the top two games is 5,000.
Okay.
Path of Exile has made its way up to number 3 already.
Oh my goodness.
With 669.
Jeez. I can't even I don't even know. I think my most played game on my other account was Sims, and I think it was still like under 1,000 hours. The Sims 3.
I mean, so I know for a fact. One second, let me see how many hours. How many hours are in a year?
Let's Google it.
8,760. So my number one game of all time,
Yeah.
is definitely still World of Warcraft. From when I
Okay.
used to just hardcore that, right, back in the day. I don't play that anymore, but like that game will still hold the crown at this point.
Yeah.
And I also don't really know how many hours I have of Final Fantasy 14 online, but I bet it's more.
Is yours? Did you buy it through Mog Station then?
Yeah, I have an old school account because
Okay.
when I first played it, it was because of a brand deal, like when Realm Reborn come out.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can next time you're in the game, you can do /playtime or something.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pedguin. 3 years. Is that how many?
Actually, it's be interesting to do that in a second. GTA 5, 628, but that's again more so, like less so than Garry's Mod, because when GTA 5 came out, I did play it, just a single player and that kind of stuff by myself. So I want to say about 500 hours of that are probably just recording time.
Okay.
Stardew Valley 600. Dota Underlords, Among Us, Witcher. I've got 320 hours in The Witcher.
Damn.
I fully played that game 3 times though.
I need to get gaming. I need to get gaming some more. I think a lot of times now my only games are on stream. I did start another Dragon Age Inquisition playthrough, but I'm playing that through GeForce now. I should still record my hours, I think, but it's because it's like however many gigs and I don't want to download it. So I just play it on Britney Spears' PC or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what are yours? Let's see. Let's listen to yours.
Mine are not even. I don't even have anything wild. Let's see. Games, playtime, 465 Final Fantasy, 223 Garry's Mod, 147 hours on Eco, which is Duncan's stream we had, 115 hours of Stardew Valley, which is with the Stardew crew, 106 hours of Dreadhunger, which is recording and then Pedguin streams, and then 89 hours of Planet Zoo, which is all me, 79 hours of Project Zomboid, Duncan stream, 72 hours of Among Us, 60 hours of Phasmo.
Is there a way to find out your playtime in Minecraft?
Goodness. I don't know.
Because that would be very low for me, right? Like less than 50 hours.
So, well, Pedguin had
that
someone
might be a lot higher for a lot of people.
His YouTube comments that said they'd played 50,000 hours of Minecraft, which is...
I believe it.
I don't know. 50,000 hours, 2 days. 2,083 days. 2,083 days, 2 years. Is 5.7 years. When did Minecraft come out?
It's very possible.
When
about, like,
did
15 years ago.
In 2011, so 12 years.
12 years ago, yeah. I can believe that there's people out there that played for like
that seems
10
wild.
hours a day since 2012, you know.
Yeah. I
can
know.
believe it.
50,000 hours.
I'm not saying that maybe that person has 50,000 hours.
Yeah, but it's possible.
I bet you there are definitely people out there with more than 50,000 hours in Minecraft.
I wonder how many hours Duncan has in it. That would be interesting. Because Duncan has done a lot of Minecraft and Minecraft playthroughs, of course. So, I feel like...
nowhere near.
Who do you think would have the most out of the Augs in Minecraft?
I bet you it's not even a content creator.
Oh my gosh, it's just Tom, the amount of times he had to spawn something in. Or Ben. Just bed. Simon, oh yeah, because he is playing with G too. Duncan or Simon, I think.
It's probably one of those two.
Harry's also a big contender with Vault Hunters
or Harry, yeah. No, that is true.
And to speed running, I forgot.
And he also just plays it for fun, you know?
Yeah. What a weirdo. Playing a game for fun?
I know.
Playing a game for fun? My thing right now is...
Yeah, I honestly think it's probably Harry.
It's very possible. Oh, Martin also. Trotibus? Okay. That makes sense. Playing games outside of streams, I know, my gosh. I started my Dragon Age, that will be fun. But now, also last night, I started reading a book, and now I'm like, I was reading it up until 5 minutes before my stream started. And then I was like, okay, time to go stream. Because I'll basically pick up a book, and then if I start reading it and I like it, I cannot focus on doing anything else except finishing the book and consuming it immediately. Yeah.
Reading is, like, something that I've never been able to just do for fun.
Yeah.
I can read, of course, but...
Zylus can't read.
I can read, I promise I can read. But, yeah, no, like, I sort of the patience for it.
Yeah.
Well, like, I have a lot of patience, right? Because I play some stupid things that require a lot of patience, and I can do it without too much issue. But I find it hard to... I associate reading with falling asleep.
Really?
Which is kind of my problem, I think.
Okay.
Because I used to read when I was lying in bed, you know, and then I would try to read like a few chapters of a book, and then I would wake up with the book on my face, you know, like from having fallen asleep with it.
I think
I find it hard to do.
For me, so I started reading, I think, very super young, and my mom says that when I learned to read, that she, I don't think my mom was really like actively teaching me or anything, but she says that her memory of it is one day I brought my book to her, which was Little Bear, you know, the show that had Little Bear in it, but I had a book. And my mom said I brought a book to her, and I was like, and she's like, oh, do you want me to read this to you? And I said, no, I'm reading it to you. And then I just read the book to her. And then I had very much that experience of like, you know, being super young and reading at a high reading level, and like, you know, always being involved with reading and being on these book competition teams and all of this stuff. Like there was this thing, I know it's in Florida, I don't know about the rest of the US, where you would get a list of books and it would be like 20 books or something. And they'd be like, okay, you should read about 10 of these books pick ones that you want, and then write them down, and then after you read them and you turn everything in, then there's a deadline, and then they choose people to be on this team.
Right.
And so when we had that, I read almost all of the books that would be on the list, almost all 20 of them. And then I did it at least once where I got put on this team of kids that had all read the books. And then we went to this competition where we were team versus team, where we would get asked questions about the books that we read and have to answer them, and then we could get a trophy or something. So like, I really, really loved reading for a very long time. But then as I got older, it was kind of like, okay, so when I read, Battle of the Books, that's what it was. When I read now, especially, and I think even when I was a kid, I have to like only do that one thing, and that's the only thing that I want to do for that time. And it's probably ADHD or something too.
I feel like that's kind of necessary though for reading.
Well, I mean, even like to the point where I'll be reading and I won't stop reading for hours and hours. I won't eat, I won't go pee, I won't drink anything. Like, it's the only thing I'm doing, to like a weird level.
So like when my father has free time, like he just fucking devours books, right?
Yeah.
Like my parents' house is just covered in books.
That's my house at home, and it's books a lot, like majority I haven't even read yet.
And I was saying with him, but like he will just like, he'll read a book a day, right? He's that ability to do that.
Yeah, if I start one in a good amount of time for the day, I'll finish it that day. But I'll also be like, oh God, what have I done? Right.
I remember my father only really does that when he has like because he's a teacher, right? So he has school holidays, aka he has he has more holidays than your average job, because that's just a part of the perk of being a teacher, right? But it means he also doesn't really have to work much when he does have a holiday, so he can use all that time to just read.
And the downtime between some things, I would assume, in like teaching.
Yeah, to an extent. Like, I think his average day consists of he'll go to work, he comes back from work, he does his chores that he has to do.
Yeah.
And then after dinner, he will sit on the couch for a few hours, like watch the news, do some Sudoku.
Yeah. The perfect life. The perfect life, really. What a good life.
He's very boring, but boring in a great way.
Yeah. I mean, that just sounds nice, because like...
Yeah, I love being boring.
I know. It's good for you, though. That's the last thing that I talked about in therapy was I was like, I feel like I'm overloading my brain too much at all times. And like, an example of that is what I'm doing in my free time on like yesterday, which is I have a TV show, a stream, a video game I'm playing, and then if there's any buffering or anything, I'll open something on my phone. And it's like, that's not good for you, probably.
No.
So I was talking to my therapist about it, and I was like, I think I need to just have these moments where I isolate myself in some way to where I can't occupy my brain at all. And one of those things that I do is I'll go in the bath and then I'll put my hands in the water so that I can't touch anything else.
Okay.
But yeah, so I was like talking about the concept of being bored is like something that we don't really do anymore, but I think being bored is good for you.
Being bored is super good for you. I think that's why a lot of people meditate.
Yeah.
These days, right?
That's so hard.
I feel like meditation, like I've never properly tried it, and I don't know if I could do it, but meditation feels to me like forced boredness. Does that make sense? Like, you force your brain to just be bored for a little while.
See, even with that, because I'm like, with meditation, I'll follow some like meditative, like guided meditations. And it'll be like, I want you to imagine this, and then we do this, and then we do this. And I'm like, the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, I've imagined this thing. What's the next one? Like, I feel so antsy, you know? And then, like, it's the same thing with, like, having to do stretches or something, where it feels like if I'm bored, it's just intolerable. Is that the word? It's like, I can't do it. I'm like, this is actual torture.
To me, like... the way I deal with severe stress is I go for a walk.
I know. I need to do that more too.
Like I will just go out on a whim and just walk for like an hour or two.
Yeah.
And just do nothing. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's how I give myself the best break. Just like I haven't had to do that in a while, thankfully. But like I remember when I was in the process of getting Mousy over from the United States here to the Netherlands. In like the 2 or 3 weeks before that, I would daily go on like
walked to America.
Yeah.
That was his penance. He did the amount of miles it would take for him to get to Mousy. It was like a pilgrimage. It's like a dedication.
I'm glad you brought it up.
But yeah, no, like
I talk about it for a
you might remember this as well, Mousy, but like there were just days that I would just be like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Amsterdam and just walk around in Amsterdam for no fucking reason, you know, like. Yeah, that's how I did it too with it.
Mousy says your penance was having to step foot in Ohio, which yes, true. Also that true. Ohio's got some
foot in there twice.
Ohio's got some bad laws going on right now, Mouse, but I mean, like, that's the entirety of US anyways.
It's not just laws. Like, there's... What's... Yeah, it's Chernobyl in there right now.
Oh, is it?
There was a big fucking, like, train fire, yeah, that happened there, which, like, in a 10-mile radius, everything fucking died.
Jeez, I didn't even hear about that, or I thought it was fiction.
Okay, so basically a train full of chemicals got derailed in a place called East Palestine, Ohio. And the chemicals were set on fire, creating fucking chloride, and it leached into the water system, which then turned into, what's the really, really dangerous poisonous acid? Hydrochloric acid, yes, that into the water supply. You could smell chlorine in the air. It's killed most of the animals, including farm animals and pets, and now it's leached into the Ohio River, which feeds the water supply to several states. So now the water supply is completely poisoned. It's killing loads of fish, and it's now an ecological disaster that is like getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And they're not being very forthright about it.
Christ. See, maybe it was because, like, yeah, it seems like chat is saying that a lot of the media is being controlled around it too. It's like, what was that film that just came out recently with Adam Driver in it? It sounds actually just like that. It was a weird film, though. It was not. I didn't like it. I thought it was weird, but the premise is similar. But yes, interesting. Okay. Well, that'll be something to hyperfixate on when I read about it later.
Yep.
Jeez.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Always fun.
White noise. Oh, yeah. It was filmed about 20 miles from East Palestine. Is that true? So then the film that I saw was basically a horrible premonition or something. Interesting. I'll read about it later. I'm reading a book. The book I'm reading is called The Grace Year, and it's about this like weird dystopian sort of Handmaid's Tale kind of thing, where it's these people who, when the girls turn a certain age, they take them out to this island, and they said it's because women have magic, and then there's like this weird thing where they talk about Adam and Eve and the sin of the woman and stuff and blah blah blah. And the story follows like one of the girls that's going out for her grace year, which is when they go out and they have to survive for a year on this island and get rid of all their magic or something like that. And it's really cool because I'm like, I don't know if the magic in it is actually real or if it's some sort of like conspiracy thing by their government or something. And I'm in the beginning of it and I'm like, I love this. It's good.
Good.
Yes, that's what I've started.